Hey, what is up, you sexy beast? GhostSickness, Tristan here. Now, today I'm telling you a story about the craziest girl I've ever had sex with. Now, I do have a greater purpose to this story, and I'll be uploading it next Friday during a My First. So you guys are absolutely going to love that. It's a fire story, and again, this is kind of all the prerequisite to that. So you're definitely going to have to watch this video before you watch that one, and I'll let you know in that video to watch this video. So anyway, guys, basically, I met this girl on my birthday, right? I met this girl, you know, December 12th of 2016, and it went downhill as fuck. So how did I meet this girl, right? Basically, you know, I used Tinder, and through Tinder, you know, we ended up matching together, and through that, we ended up, like, friending on Facebook because she didn't have, like, a cell phone that was working, all sorts of crazy shit. This girl's broke as fuck, okay? This girl's super poor, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, so I ended up friending her on Facebook, and we messaged through Facebook, and she uses, like, her computer or whatever. So we finally end up talking, and I eventually end up getting booty called to come over there. So I was giving this girl shit, and she was just telling me that she's like a nymphomaniac, which basically means a sex addict, right? And everything like that. And I'm just like, okay, well, but you're not a slut? Like, I was very confused. You know what I mean? Like, how can you be a sex addict but not be a slut? It doesn't really make any sense, right? So basically, I'm teasing her and stuff like that, and then she asked me to come over. Now, I wasn't sure if she was serious or not, but yeah, she was serious. So it was late night, you know, right before my birthday happened. I literally met her like 5 minutes after turning 20 years old, right, on my birthday itself. So I drive on over there. She lives in a city away from me, so it's about a 15-minute drive. And actually, during my first speeding ticket was one of the times I was going to her place, which absolutely sucks because it was almost there, and then I got that, you know, pulled over and got a speeding ticket. But anyway, so I end up getting there, end up meeting her. Now, she looked cute. Don't get me wrong. This girl was super cute, you know, probably about an 8 itself. She was pretty cute, you know, a little shorter than me, probably 5'2", 5'4". I'm about 5'9". You know, I don't want to fully describe her, but yeah, so a little shorter than me and everything like that. And she had a dog that she was basically obsessed with, right? So this girl and her dog, she was crazy about this dog, and it was basically like her lifeline because, again, she didn't work, she didn't go to school, anything like that. She just stayed at home with her dog and, like, air quotes, took care of her parents, right? I don't know. It's a really, really weird family dynamic. But anyway, we get inside and things start, you know, heating up a little bit, right? And I don't know. I was kind of nervous, wasn't really fully ready for it. So the sex, you know, wasn't that great, right? Wasn't that god tier, but we end up doing that itself, and it goes okay. You know, she gave me a lot of head, and I was like, all right, dude, this girl's definitely a good fuck. And so I come back, you know, a couple days later, yada yada. It ends up, you know, repeating, right? I end up sleeping with this girl multiple times a week itself, you know, several times, up to, you know, 3 to 4 times a week itself. And you know, that was all good and well, so I thought. But basically what I found out from night 1 as well as all these other nights is that this girl was super bipolar. So basically she would ask me to come over, right? So she would be the one to booty call me to come over, and I'd be like, all right, you know, I'm free, like, I'm down or whatever. That's why I didn't upload. Right, I had some different priorities, etc. But yeah, so anyway, I would go over to her house, and then, like, we would fuck, and then, like, I would say something. For example, she'd be like asking me questions and then wouldn't like the answers to those questions because I'm a very nice guy, right? And so she would basically ask me, like, I'll get to it later, like if I was exclusive with her and all this other stuff, and then get mad at my responses, right? And then if I would act like cold toward her, because again, I'm not really the kind to like catch feels, you know what I'm saying? Then she would just be like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, you're the worst guy ever. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Where is this shit coming from? Like, you asked me to come over and now you don't like me. So basically it would go from us doing really well and then like having sex, and then she would get like mad at something I said or did, right? That's just fucking absolutely ridiculous. And then be like super upset with me. Sometimes she would tell me to leave and everything like that, and I would just like have to like fight with her like every single time. And I'm just like, oh my God, this girl's fucking nuts. Like, I would never date this girl, dude. This girl's a madhouse, right? So anyway, she would just like ask me to leave and be like, I fucking hate you and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, you invited me over, like, we were fine. Like, and then you asked me a question you didn't want to know the answer to, and I answered it, and, you know, honestly, like I do. And you get upset with me. So it just didn't make any sense, right? So that keeps going on, and that happens almost every single time I went and visited her. And like some of the times I would just fuck her and leave, and other times I'd like fuck her, cuddle her for like 5 minutes and then leave. You know, I just didn't really put a lot of time or, you know, emotion into it, obviously, because this wasn't a girl that I would date. It wasn't a girl that I would ever date, you know, and obviously she was hot enough to have sex with, but again, I wouldn't, you know, she's not dating material in my mind itself, and, you know, wouldn't be compatible in that atmosphere. And I just, no. no. So anyway, yeah, so she would kind of have like a love me, hate me kind of attitude, right? She would invite me over. Oh, you're amazing, blah, blah, blah. And would like complimenting me. It was like super nice. This girl complimented me more than any girl has ever complimented me. And, you know, I complimented her back and all this other stuff, man. And then later she'd be like, fuck you, get out of my house, blah, blah, blah. I don't want you here. You know, you're an asshole. You're a douchebag. You're a fuck boy, right? All this other stuff. And she would say it and she would mean it. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't just like throw it out there, right? She would actually mean it. And I'm just like, all right, you know, I'll fucking leave then. You know what I'm saying? So she was insanely emotional. Literally, sometimes this girl would even cry in front of me, you know, after stupid shit I would say, and it just didn't make any sense, right? And another thing that would happen is she would always booty call me, right? I did not booty call this girl once, right? She was an nymphomaniac. She was like, I'm horny, you know, come fuck me. And I'm like, all right, you know, like I'm down for that, right? So, and then she would get mad that I, like, air quotes, used her, right? She would be like, oh, you just come over and fuck me and then leave. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, isn't that really what you wanted me to do? I don't understand exactly what you want from me. You know what I'm saying? So she would always claim that I, like, used her and shit and was a fucking asshole and a fuck boy. And I'm just like, all right, this is fucking, like, what? I don't understand. And, you know, part of me wanted just, like, to not sleep with her. But she was a good fuck at the same time and to give me a ton of head and, like, swallow and do all this other shit, right? So part of me just didn't want to sleep with her at all. And the other part of me is like, oh my God, dude, I just can't get enough, man. Because again, this emotional shit, it didn't really matter. The second I walked out that door, when I would leave, you know what I mean? Sometimes I would leave when she was like air quotes mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I would just be like, all right, you know what? If you don't want me here, I'm gone. And then she would be like super offended by that. And then like apologize to me over text. And it didn't make any fucking sense, dude. This girl was fucking nuts. Okay. This girl was absolutely crazy. Now, one of the last things she would do, and this is so hypocritical and this really pissed me off itself, right? So we had never had the exclusivity talk, right? And obviously we weren't going to. I wasn't going to be exclusive to some girl on Tinder that I had no interest in dating. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So basically, she would ask me if I'm like sleeping with anybody else. And I'd be like, well, yeah, there is this other girl that I'm sleeping with. And whatever. And she would get like super mad about it. Like, oh my God, like you're such a whore, you know, and all this other stuff, you know, like I said, that she already called me and said to me itself. Right. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute. You just told me you fucked a dude the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she had fucked like a couple guys while we were having sex. And I'm just like, oh my God, like this is fucking horrible. Like you are a whore. Right. You know what I mean? And like I was sleeping with another girl. So again, I wasn't trying to like stop her from sleeping with other guys. Right. I don't know. It just grossed me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like, I wasn't enough for her and, like, she wasn't enough for me itself, right? So, it was just absolutely disgusting, right? And so she would, like, tell me about it. And, like, I wouldn't go, like, tell her about this other girl I was sleeping with. You know what I mean? Like, and she would ask me about her and ask questions. And then when I would answer her questions, she's like, oh, why don't you just go fuck her then? I'm like, well, you called me over here. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't make any sense, right? So anyway, and then she would just like tell me about some other dude that she fucked. She'd be like, I've been a bad girl or whatever. And I fucked this other dude. And I'm just like, look, I don't give a fuck what you do. And she's like, oh, like, you don't? And I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck if you're sleeping with other people. You know, I'm sleeping with other people. So, like, I really don't care, like, what you're doing in itself. And it was just absolutely disgusting. And it did end up, you know, coming to an end, right? She basically got, like, actually mad at me for something I said or did. I don't even remember what it was in, like, early January. And then basically we never slept again, right? We never slept together again. Yeah, I never slept again for sure after dealing with a crazy girl like that. An awesome thing is this girl, again, she was broke, right? Didn't drive or do anything like that. She's never been in my car, right? And she has never been to my apartment. So she actually does not know where I live itself. And that's awesome, right? I've only been to her place. That's the only place we've had sex. So again, this girl doesn't know where I live. So if she finds out about this video or anything like that, like she has no fucking recourse, right? She knows where I work and that is about it. But anyway, guys, I really hope you did enjoy the story. If you did, please leave a like and let's see if we can smash 500 likes. It's not that much. I think it's a great story. And again, have you ever slept with a girl like this? Have you ever slept with a girl this crazy itself and who's just like, you know, super bipolar and just insane? And God, this could have been a lot worse. And I will let you know that it does get a lot worse in next week's video. Stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness. I fucking love you guys so much, and I'm out.